Right, hopefully it will fix itself because it's saying bad again.
Oh, it always says that.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Welcome to Chinwag number 94.
Yes.
We're just keeping an eye on the stream because it's saying that it's bad. So,
Yes.
which I think,
It normally improves. It normally starts off like this and then it'll kind of get better.
hopefully it will start saying,
You've got nothing going on in the background. Have you checked that?
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything going on. I can have a quick look actually, but I don't think there is. Let me make sure there isn't anything else going on that shouldn't be. No, we're good. We're good. I'm hoping it's just going to fix itself eventually.
Yes.
So if you could let us know if the stream is working okay, if it's buffering, if there's any lip sync issues, or anything, let me know. That would be great. We'll say a few highs. So we had BCP and Peter Ray in the chat first tonight. Jason Entwistle's joined us. Hi, Jason.
Hi.
Laurel Dudbridge says hi as well, and Laura Eccleston says hi. Blitz Simon, Richard Payne, Ray Cunningham. I'm the Legend. Ash says evening. JMo's in here. Lisa Curry. Wow, people must have got notified.
It looks good.
John Morris, Jay Burke,
okay.
Catherine McConnell.
Hello.
Yeah, it looks good. Stream okay, says Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for letting me know. Crystal Clear says Blitz Simon. Thank you. Nick's in the chat as well. Hi, Nick.
I don't know if you missed Shelster.
Shelster Rooney. Evening, Shelster. RJ as well. Yeah, so if the chat is if the quality is good, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi all, me and Rory watching, says David. Hi David. Hi Rory, little Rory.
David.
Man, well, David was quite candid with me in I think it was Ads' chat.
I was watching that last night.
Yeah, Ads' chat, and he said it's not cracked up. He doesn't see what the hype is. Yeah, you just have to do it though.
They're not much fun at this age.
I don't think it changes particularly. It's not like ever like loads. You don't.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you ever think?
Yeah, the girls are pretty cool
I've
now.
spent all day.
But then they're a lot older now. They're like
I've spent all day
15.
just waiting for them shopping. Yeah. So one of the joys, obviously, of being self-employed. Beck wasn't at work, unfortunately, but don't take it so bad.
I was at work.
Yeah, Beck was at work. And
he's complaining about going shopping.
Well,
I was at work. He was complaining about going shopping.
Well, I had to sit around while the girls went shopping at the shopping centre.
Yeah.
And I was just left.
Yeah. So what did you do? You hung out in Burger King or something?
Yeah, I hung out in Burger King. Yeah. I had myself a Whopper.
And let them go and do their shopping.
Yeah, but they took their time.
It wasn't that bad though, was it?
Well, I mean, the thing is, then I started walking around the town centre, and there's some bits of Preston that you just think, like you shouldn't walk.
Just don't walk in those parts.
You shouldn't walk too far. Like I think I walked too far.
Yeah.
Ryan is here as well. I thank you, Lisa. Lisa says perfect stream. RJ says everything looks good. Thank you. Ryan says Digibytes. How are you, my English friends? Hi Ryan. How are you? Might be popping on. I've got a reply to Tom. Tom messaged me about maybe getting some Fortnite challenges now. Might do that rather than watching. Nick says had £100 return back this week and another one requested today. Just deal with it and move on, I guess. They do seem to come in flurries, don't they?
Yeah,
they do. I don't know if you ever do you ever think like that or not really? Well, to be honest, it's something that I deal with more than.
Doesn't really bother me.
Doesn't bother you, or?
Yeah.
It's because you don't deal with it.
Exactly.
No. Okay, this is what happens. I tell Rebecca about what's happened. And Rebecca says, well, it's lucky that I'm not doing it, because I would say...
That's exactly right. But then you get to hear all of the lovely things that I would say to the customer.
To the customer, yeah.
And then you go and type your message in a very polite manner.
Which is normally, yeah. So
after I'm done swearing.
Yeah, after you're done with your like dreamland customer service.
Yeah.
I
think mine's the best.
The funny thing is, the job you're doing now needs like the most like customer service,
which proves that I really do have some good customer service skills.
You
'cause
did.
Otherwise, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't
be able
be able to
to
do
do
it. No, you wouldn't. So,
Yeah.
but then why did she react like that?
I can't tell you some of the things that people say, but you don't want to give a polite response back sometimes. But
No, of course
have to
not.
Stay professional.
Of course not. It is. They do seem to come in flurries. Those returns and sales, and the reason why I wanted to kind of do this topic is we've had a couple of situations this week that I have talked with Beck about, and because I still obviously need to bounce off Beck like how the week's been, and
it's good because then I still feel slightly involved.
Slightly involved.
Slightly
involved.
It's better than not feeling
it's
involved.
Difficult. It is
But
difficult, isn't it? It is
tough.
difficult.
I'm having a real tough time kind of getting to feel like I'm still a part of it, but
you are still part of
the amount of parts you pulled out the shed this week, and I kind of feel like, oh great, we've got that to deal with as well.
Yeah. So there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot to deal with. We thought we dealt with. We're coming up to a year.
I think you
of
shared
this,
that in a video, didn't you?
I think I quickly panned through it in the video. It's like so much. But yeah. Let's go into the chat. So Nick's having a bit of a rough time with the returns there. Peter says, "Lol, Z and Burger King." No, never. I know, right? Last place. Sounds like a luxurious day to me, says Al's Attic. It wasn't Al. Alison. Is it Alison?
I don't know.
I think it is. I'm not sure. Right. What else? Evening, says Paul Marsh. Hi, Paul. Wow, the chat's gone down quickly. I would be keen for Fortnite. Haven't played a normal mode in over a month, says Ash. Oh, okay. We'll see. Returns don't bother me as I plan for them, i.e. keeping money in PayPal to cover them, and there is always returns with used goods and new goods. It's part of the game, so I have to plan for it. Yeah, you definitely do have to plan for it, Ryan, but it's not always... Like, for example, we've had a few this week, and the reason why I talk about it wasn't because we weren't prepared for them. I think being prepared for them, I think, is a good starting point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely agree with that.
You've got to make sure that when you sell stuff that you do have the money,
particularly if it's a high value item. Just make sure you got your customer sorted on the return, because if you've got to refund them their money, then you need to know that you've got it there.
Especially if you're doing a big ticket item, like you said.
It's not fair.
I mean, imagine if you sell someone like a £600 item and they want a return for whatever reason.
Because at the end of the day, whether it's like met their expectation or not, if they're asking for a refund, you should be able to give them a refund. Yeah, completely
exactly.
Agree with that.
I mean, you offer a 30-day or 60-day no quibble return policy, and sometimes it does happen where someone will just change their mind or whatever. So you've got to be prepared. That I think that's almost like the baseline. So at the very least, even if you absolutely hate doing returns, even if every time you get a return it raises your blood pressure and you start questioning and you start stressing over it, at the very least you should just be prepared that you are able to give a return. There'll be nothing worse than not actually being, not actually having the money there or something, and getting a ding on your account like that would not be good. Sue's joined us. Mike's Graphics has joined us as well. Hello. And Mike says, "Don't bother me." Returns. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I
think that's a good place to be in. I mean, I still do get bothered occasionally. If I think like I don't quite believe what someone's saying, it does still bother me slightly.
I think it's really easy. I think it's because when you put so much of yourself into a business and you've worked really hard and you've put all this stuff up for sale, finding this stuff, getting it, and it's your business, isn't it? It's like, and we're all small businesses here.
Barry Francis is asking, is there a bit of reflection on Z, or does my screen need a clean? It's probably the light that we've got coming from
right
this
above,
side, and it's like right on this side of Zahir's head. So it's probably our light. We'll try and move the light so it doesn't look so bad, but then it makes the room go dark, so yeah. I bet the neighbours must wonder what we do. They can see that,
They can see that, yeah. No, that looks terrible.
Yeah. Oh, man. And it's mega bright as well. You're trying to shine it out the window, it's just ridiculous.
we too dark now, you think?
Yeah, it's a little bit dark. We can always move it if it gets
we're
really
a bit
bad.
dark. No, it is a bit dark actually. Alright. We'll just equalise it.
Why don't you deal with this before we actually go live? That would be a good thing.
I thought one would be okay, but it turns out.
Huh?
I thought one would be okay, but it turns out that it's not, is it?
Oh dear.
What's going on?
You with your light moving.
Read the chat.
Ryan says, question, does returns bother you here, Malik? Tell us your thoughts. So what do you think about returns?
I will get to that.
It's not a good time for me to ask him that because he's away from the mic.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it bothers me slightly still. But I do try not to kind of let it bother me. But it does occasionally bother me.
Okay. Bit more evenly lit. I don't know.
Slightly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's still going to be shiny, but we're brighter anyway. Okay. When you're a small business, I think it's easy to be like so blasé about it, but I don't necessarily think it's fair to be like, when sometimes it can be very easy to be like, oh, they don't bother me at all, they shouldn't bother you, and if it bothers you, you're not professional or you're not doing it right. What's that? Oh, I saw something.
Some sort of thing.
I think that's a little bit unfair because I think that, because I've been guilty of this in the past where I've been like, you shouldn't let returns bother you. It's part of the business. Like if you're getting angry, you've got something wrong with your attitude towards it. It's part of the business. And even though like I know where my head was when I said those things, I can understand why people get like that because
I mean sometimes I take it a little bit too personally.
Yeah.
Because I sit there and I'm like, the thing is I try not to be like this because sometimes it is really there's a real someone's not happy with the item. And you can completely understand that. I think it's more when someone doesn't receive something, I kind of question it a little bit more because I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And we'll go into a bit of that later, and we'll explain why we sometimes get in these queries in a bit as well. So so we'll explain that a bit later.
Speed Trap Collectible says, I use 2 table lamps with LED bulbs for my videos. They work great, one on each corner of the desk. These are our lights that we've had for years now for products and things. And we just multitask, but that sounds a lot neater. Peter Cummins has joined us as well. So yeah, it'd be good to hear what you guys think about it as well. But it's definitely something that it can be. Returns are no big deal for me. The loss is a tax write-off. I'll take it. It says Speed Traps Collectibles. Yes, you can see it from that respect that you're not losing in that sense. It is going to come off your it is deductible. So yeah, that's a positive. But you still have to kind of remain as calm as you can. I don't know why I'm not getting ka-chings anymore, and I'm just getting
those annoying noises.
Yeah, I'm just getting those annoying noises. But we want to share with you a couple of things that have happened this week, and about like keeping your cool does help. I mean, we received like a neutral feedback this week as well, which we got. Yeah, it
was a little bit annoying.
Yeah,
I mean, you told me like I was at work anyway, so I didn't have to deal with this.
Yeah,
so it's not something that I had to like really be that concerned about it, because by the time I got home, you'd actually it was all sorted and it was all dealt with and things like that. But the neutral feedback came from a helicopter that you sold, wasn't it?
I did. Shelteruni asks, by the way, do we get many returns? I thought clothing was the worst area. We don't get a huge amount.
We don't get a huge amount, but we do get
a couple here and there. And sometimes when you're shipping internationally, you will get you will get. I mean, we've got an example here actually. I'll cover the address.
Yeah, don't show the address.
I'll cover the address. But this was actually sent, as you can see, it was sent international standard large letter.
Yeah.
And this went to Russia.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the customer did not collect it. And it's been sent back to me.
Yeah.
This was actually like 3 RC parts, and with the shipping, it was quite a valuable sale. I've not heard from the customer yet, But these gears, I think they're like 15 quid a pop. So it's 3 of those plus shipping. I think it was over a £50.
I mean, we've only just had it back, haven't we?
So I don't know when. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. But you know, this was sent standard post by me because I thought, you know,
careful with the address.
Standard post, and he's in Russia. I mean,
I don't care.
He
doesn't want his.
I don't think he's going to be
on YouTube.
I don't think he's going to go GDPR on us, is he? Like,
it's not the point.
Okay, wait. But you know, we've not heard back from him yet.
It's sensitive information.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I don't know whether we're going to hear back from him.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, that's the kind of return that sometimes we're going to have to take where
we might have to do the contacting because it's
we
a large
might.
amount, and I'm
well, I mean, he should contact us, shouldn't he? But I'm sure he will if he doesn't receive the item. So we've had that, which is quite, you know, which is quite annoying in a way.
I mean, that's not so annoying because he's either going to contact us, or like I said, we should be contacting him because it is a large amount. So you know, that's not so. It doesn't bother you so much.
No.
I mean, it's
in a way, it's nice to see.
Did you say what the reason was? The reason
it was not collected.
It just wasn't collected.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a case of it was refused.
It must be at his local post office.
He just didn't collect it.
And he didn't collect it. Chelsea Rooney says yes, and to be honest, I might go to Russia on holiday and pay him a visit. What?
Because I said don't show the address.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's a bit strange though, because like, you know, sometimes you do worry about sending things in the post via recorded, and I sent that via standard international mail, and it's fine, no issues.
Yeah. Someone actually says we should send it again. Where was it?
Just post it off to him again, says Simon. Yeah.
Yeah. See, we could do that.
I don't know. I've posted it once. I mean,
oh come on, man!
I've got a one post limit. I think.
How difficult is it to stick a label on it?
Yeah, but then he might be like, "Oh, it hasn't turned up. The guy's name isn't Putin, is it?" Says Barry. No, it's not Vladimir. Is his first name Vladimir? No, it's not.
No.
But it is another quite common Russian first name. But anyway, But the point is that was sent standard mail and it got back to us. So that's the kind of return that you can handle, which is not a problem. But you know, these are just little things that you have to deal with when it comes to it, and it's, you know, returns or negative feedbacks, like, you know, items not received. These are all regular perennial subjects, and sometimes they tend to come in, like I said, clusters. It feels like they come in clusters. And I suppose how you deal with it's easy to take it personally. I think I'm more understanding why some people take it so personally, whereas previously I may have been a little bit kind of like, I
feel like I'm a little bit more relaxed about it though, because even like the one this morning, like, because we had another one this morning, didn't we? Like the little charger on the helicopter.
I'm gonna send that out, I think. I'm gonna send that out.
Like this morning, like we had a little query. Someone had received their helicopter and they can't get the charger to work, wasn't it? And we've got one here which you wanted to play around with. and so you were like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, I said, have we got a spare that we can send him? And you were like, yeah, but I want to play with it. So I was like, well, you should really send him like the spare, you know, charger, because he's our customer. You've got to take care of him. So, you know, that was my response to that this morning, wasn't I? Because I was just like, you know, we've sold him something. It isn't fully working how he expects it to work. So rather than, you know, taking some money off, we can send him out the you know, like the charging part that he needs, and get it sorted. So
exactly. Will you charge him postage again, says Paul Marsh? I'm not even at the moment. I'm more likely to just refund him than I am to.
Personally, I don't think we should charge him again.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure I want to send it again. I might just refund him.
Yeah, I mean, if we refund him, then that's that. But
could just refund him and then call it a day. I mean, hopefully he'll get in touch. I'm hoping he'll get in touch because, like we said, it was like a £50-odd sale. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was not a small amount of money, because when I saw the parts, I was like, well, he's paid a lot of money for this.
Yeah.
Plus whatever he paid in shipping.
Yeah.
It's just he should.
Yeah. Fritz says, I had a return from Italy last week. The package could not be delivered because the buyer was not at home. No response from the buyer. The purchase amount refunded and item offered on eBay. Offered again on eBay. Yeah, that's probably the smartest way to deal with it.
That's the best way.
Yeah, exactly. Carla says, when you're so busy watching Jeffree Star does his boyfriend's brother's makeup that you miss the beginning of the Chinwag.
Oh, it's kind of our fault because we keep moving the time, don't we? Yeah. We were actually ready for 8 this evening, so that's why we went live at 8. But yeah, normally it's probably going to be about 15:15.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Make sure you pay for a full job, full body workout. This is for Z. Do not read it. What? What's he talking about?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna leave that.
Yeah. I'm not sure you were meant to read that.
Tom says, hey, how's it going? I'm starting a petition to get Z back on phone. Tom, I'm gonna reply to you. I've just got your text message. I probably will be popping on at some point, maybe. That is the plan. Need listing advice, says Flipping Fantastic Finds. Listing multiples of 10 blank cassettes. Can I tweet and list separate, or have they got to go on multiple listing? 10 blank cassettes. I would just do one multiple listing with a quantity of 10. Listing multiples of 10. Okay, you're doing multiples of 10. You can sell lots of 10 on one listing. I think you just have to enable a sell as a lot or something. Sorry about all the noise. You're gonna have to do it as sell as a lot. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Peter Cummins says, I got neutral feedback on a cashmere cardigan I sent out. I store clothes with tumble dry sheets to make them smell fresh, and the buyer mentioned that the cardigan smell. I was so offended. Well, talking about neutrals,
with that, don't you? Because especially when it comes to smells and stuff, people are very fussy about that sort of thing. So yeah, you have to be careful with that.
Question: can we have the pon pon dance?
No.
Whatever, Ryan. What we're going to do is switch over to what?
Andy, you should live stream
on your other
channel.
Andy, I'm sure I will at some point. I just need time away from the rage.
Yeah. Anyway, we were talking about neutral feedbacks because we did get.
We're going to talk about neutral feedback. This is an example of having to stay calm.
There's no details there.
There's no details.
Okay. There's no buyer details.
There's no buyer details. Okay.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna switch over to the screen. Okay, guys. This is a doozy, as they would say. This is a doozy, right? We received a neutral feedback for this item, which, as you can see, is a Blade Nano helicopter titled for spares/repair only. Item condition for parts or not working. You can see in the photographs it is missing.
So it's got no
rotor
blades.
blade. So it's got no rotor blade, so it can't possibly fly. And we received a neutral feedback from someone saying, bad deal. Clearly didn't work, or was clearly faulty. And he left a neutral feedback for that. And the thing is, that's the kind of thing that you can easily get fixed. You just call eBay. eBay don't make it easy. They hide the contact us things now right at the bottom of. You've got to go through a couple of different pages, like you know which item do you want to talk to us about, and you choose find the order that you want to talk about, and then it gives you all these different options without actually speaking to someone. But right at the bottom, you can do contact us. And if you speak to them, they remove it. I spoke to them and said, look, I don't understand. This guy has said that this was faulty, and I've clearly said it's faulty in both the title, item, condition. The photo shows it's got no rotor blade, and in the description I've written it is missing its main rotor blades and is untested, hence being sold for spares repair only. And I did get the feedback removed. But you could have easily also gotten wound up by it.
I mean, initially I probably would have gotten wound up about it. I mean, you had this all dealt with by the time I'd come home from work, so I didn't really have much of a say in it. You told me about it afterwards, and I just said, "Did you get it removed?" And you went, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, good." But yeah, that something like that would have bothered me. I know it's easy to get it removed, but it's going through like the process of getting it removed, because that sort of stuff just winds me up. It just
exactly. I would say it's more the process that's frustrating than than like the actual customer, because we are all used to customers making some crazy demands sometimes, or crazy comments. I just saw a comment here from Stu saying, "Ever had a slipper clutch returned because it smelt of KFC secret mix of herbs and spices?" No, I've not had that yet. Actually, we've never had any items returned because they smell of fried chicken or anything like that. So pretty good.
That's pretty good.
But it was removed, Ryan. It was removed in an instant. But I think more than the frustration, like, I didn't really feel frustration towards the customer, because I'm like, we're used to this, aren't we? Customers do sometimes make some really weird decisions. Like they saw the title said for spares repair, they saw the item condition was for parts and not working. I mentioned it in the description, and yet they decided that after buying it, and they didn't contact me at all, they didn't contact me to say, "Hey, hold on, this is faulty, I want a refund." They kept it, and they just left me a neutral feedback, and I got that removed. It was fine. But I think what I found more difficult was eBay kind of making it difficult. And companies do that sometimes, don't you think?
Yeah.
And we've had and not just that. Personally, I've had it with this, haven't I? I've been telling you about this.
Yeah. So he's had a problem with his phone.
My phone is faulty.
Yeah. And it does this thing on the screen where it looks like you're going really fast, like swishing it.
But I'm not doing anything. Yeah. It completely is messed up, isn't it? It's like it's as if I'm pressing buttons and things,
and swiping the screen a lot. And
it happens sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time. But it's faulty. The phone is now faulty. I'm really gutted about that.
And
there's a part of the screen that just doesn't.
Properly work. First you started off calling 3, didn't you? Because it's still under warranty. And then they told you, no, you need to contact Razer. So now we're dealing with Razer, aren't we?
And then they weren't exactly easy, because they were like, we wanted proof of purchase. I sent them a proof of purchase. Apparently it was declined. Sent them, and I had to contact 3 again to get them to send me a proof of purchase, which they've accepted. And then I got an email saying you'll be contacted in 48 hours by second level support or something. And it's just,
so that was just first level.
It's just things like that is what's annoying. I saw quite a useful comment in here from Karen Sells Clothes. She says, find it easier to contact eBay details on apps here. So the app might be better for it. Okay.
Barry Francis has got a point about the perfumes and aftershaves. Can affect people. When I go and visit one of my aunts, I have to make sure I don't wear aftershave, as she is allergic to it and it gives her breathing problems. Yeah, that's very true. So that's why you do have to be careful with like smells and things like that when you're dealing with your items.
And Catherine McConnell says, I had a neutral once because customs had opened the envelope.
I know.
That's a bit...
that's frustrating because that's out of your control.
Yeah.
You know, whether customs opens up an envelope or a parcel or whatever, you've got no control over, really, have you?
Exactly. Right. I have 2 numbers for eBay in my phone contacts as Speed Trap Collectibles. That's not a bad idea.
That's not.
Are you selling slippers yet, Ryan, in time for Q? Adam and Ryan are at it again. I'm wearing them. Oh, gosh. Right. This is a fluff piece. Get to the... No, Adam. I'm not even sure there's going to be graphs or charts.
No, do you know what I said to Zahir? I was like... It's what I said to you before the chat. And I was like, are you not going to set up the graph? Because we haven't decided not to. And you were just like, no, I'm not going to show it this week. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll do it next week, maybe. Like, watch people are just going to leave the chat now. Don't seem to get many returns, but had a few cancellations over the last 2 months, says Peter. And Karen makes the good point. Yes, 99% of customers are lovely. We need to try and remember them.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Razor 40. No way, it gives you £10. Says Ryan. Oh gosh. Dear. All right. I think I'm about to get my first negative feedback, says Sean, and they're conning me, saying the third jacket is ruined when it's not, been playing me from the start. Very frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's when you feel like you're being conned, that is the hardest part. And we've gone through something like that on a small amount of money, but I will get into that in a moment as well. Libel says, question to Z and Rebecca: have you ever had a return after you send out an item intact, undamaged and working, and got it back broken?
Can't say that we have.
Not recently. Not recently. Undamaged.
I mean, we've had things go out where someone's wanted to return it and said it was faulty, and when we've got it back, it was absolutely fine.
Yeah,
I remember, like, we've had a few of those, but
yeah, we've had things back where they've worked when they've said they haven't worked, just to get a return.
Yeah, I can't think of one where it's gone out absolutely perfect,
and it's been I
can't think of one that's been like
exactly.
And come back.
Ryan says, tell them you're a Razer fanboy, and if they don't sort it, you'll go over to Logitech. They're not treating me well, Ryan, I've got to say. Polish X says, hi, did you Google Titus? I forgot. I will do it next time.
You should do it now.
Yeah. No, I'll do it. Useful comments on here. We'll have to stop that. Yeah, we're sorry guys. We don't want too much useful information in the chat. Okay. Can't you just draw a squiggly line on a piece of paper? We need graphics. No, Stu. Looks like I'll have to go to Carla for graphs in the future. Mitsu. No, really, but I better put my little people to bed, says Alzatic. No worries. Ryan says, I had a negative one saying these are used. Well, you bought them used. You bought a used item. Yeah, it is annoying. It's water of a duck's back, says Retro Cable. Had 2 returns 3 weeks ago stating faulty. I called their bluff and sent a label. Neither were ever returned. So many scammers out there. Yeah, I mean, we've got I've trashed items back. I've had trashed items back from FBA, says Simon. It would be nice if eBay starts to improve on an obligation of the buyer to leave feedback. Now only receive feedback in 3 out of 10 sales. That's Fritz. Question: how do you pronounce scone and fruit or plain? If I'm having one, I'll have a fruit scone. It's a scone, isn't it?
Yeah.
I call it a scone. It's a scone, David.
But I like them plain.
I like the ones with the raisins and everything. Yeah. We have had a situation this week where we're pretty certain we've been had, but I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain. Do you know why I say that?
I mean, we can explain.
Yeah, okay.
Right. We'll let the chat decide.
Okay, we're gonna let you guys decide. We think, we've been had here. I'm not crying. It was a little bit frustrating, but I kind of knew this was gonna be risked. Okay. Let me just go to the screen share. Here we go. This is an item that we've obviously sold a fair few of. We've sold 77. We've only got 10 left now, which is nice. Now, why is he laughing? Scone. I said scone. Who says scone?
I don't know.
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
This is an item that, as you can see, we've sold 77 of. We've got about 10 left. Might have more, actually. I think we put a number in randomly, but it's a pull starter. Okay, for an engine, so you yank it and you pull start. It's $19.99. We've been selling loads of them, and we've sold a few this week as usual. And we had a customer message us or open a case saying, now this is where it starts getting a bit fishy.
Right. Okay. So first of all, just to explain, we send everything out.
Not everything, but these we send out
within the UK.
Yeah.
Okay. And most of this goes as a standard, and we don't use tracking.
International standard.
So we have stopped on a lot of our items sending it tracked. And this has been a trial that we've been doing for 3 months now?
And I think it's proven that overall, what would you say?
Overall, we're really happy with it.
This doesn't put me off.
Yeah. No, this doesn't put us off.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so we sent this out, second class, large letter. So it costs 79p to ship. Bear in mind, it owes us less than nothing. This is pure profit. All of this is pure profit. Adam says, "See, Becca knows what a pull starter is. She's been listening."
I know. It's the way he looked at me, like he was explaining to me what a pull start was, and I was like, "Yeah, I know."
I was explaining to the chat.
Yeah, anyway, carry on.
So we've sent it out, obviously untracked, and then we've received an item not received case. Now, we don't get many item not received cases. No. We really don't. So my alarm bell started ringing when the message was bought for son's birthday, right? No, I know I shouldn't laugh, but come on, right?
He might have really wanted it. You know, these things are hard to get. Okay, not everyone sells them. There's not many on the market.
That's not a birthday present.
Maybe it was.
But okay.
Maybe he was just like, I really, really want this part. Okay. Just buy me this part.
Also, look at the logic as well. Why would you buy this?
Because you need it.
You need it. That's the only reason you'd buy this, right?
Yeah.
It's not a toy you can play with. It's nothing you can do about it, right? It's literally, you either need it or you don't, and you're only going to need it if you've got a specific engine that can use it, right?
Yeah, and it's not something that you're going to get as a backup.
No.
Okay,
you might, but you'll tend to buy it. You'll tend to buy it when one breaks. You might buy a couple, one to fit, and then one as a backup, right? So if this was bought and they wanted a return because, they wanted a refund because it didn't arrive and it was bought for their son's birthday.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm sorry to hear it didn't arrive.
Yeah.
Would you like me to send you another one out?
Yeah.
You know, because they owe me nothing.
Yeah.
20. I'm like, you know what?
Like,
if it's gotten lost, I respect that.
Another one.
And I've sent it standard mail, so I know I've got no leg to stand on when a case is open.
We with this, because we've got no tracking, we can't dispute it. We've got no way to dispute it because at the end of the day, it wasn't sent tracked.
Yeah.
So we have to kind of just suck this up and just go, okay, that's fine.
And so I said, well, we'll send you another one out. You know, because obviously, if I assume you still need a pull start, because if you needed one,
it's that kind of item.
Yeah, I'm guessing you still need one. Would you like me to send another one out? And we got no, it's okay. We found someone. We've already got one now.
Yeah,
we found another one.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, you can go anywhere, and we're the only people, apart from one guy in Norway, who, by the way, is asking 30 quid for one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I might actually up the price on the rest of these now to 30 quid, actually.
Yeah.
So there's one guy in Norway who's got one, and he certainly won't have been able to ship it in time for little Johnny's birthday, right? I don't know, why is it always little Johnny?
I don't know.
Do you guys ever wonder why it's always little Johnny when people talk about like a fictional son character? And so there's no one else that sells these. No one else that sells these.
Unless they're really lucky and they've got a really vintage RC part shop locally that's got some in stock.
No, they don't though. No one's got these in stock.
A lot of Thunder Tiger stuff is like really, really vintage, and you'll find a lot of RC stores don't really hold that kind of part anymore. It's mainly online sellers that actually do it. So it's quite a funny one, really. That's why, like, in a way, we feel like we're being scammed on it.
Well,
but
exactly,
there's nothing much we can do about it.
And we've had to refund, so that's £20 refunded. And
so, little Johnny, if you're out there, I hope you enjoy your Polestar.
And you know, like they have your one. It says, yeah, Karen. I mean, it happens. Question: how does it feel? You have sold 1,500 worth of pull starters, pulling them numbers in babies. It feels good, Ryan. It feels good.
Good.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah. We were thinking about doing like.
But actually, you know what? I might do that.
A yearly update.
I think I might update the price. I think I might update the price on that actually, guys, because now we've taken the hit, right? It's only fair now that everyone else pays, yeah. And we're the only ones, so I think the price is going up. I'm gonna put it up to $24.99. I think.
No, we're not.
I am.
Oh man, he's serious. He's actually doing it now.
I'm doing it. Well, I'm sorry, but you know, like it's market forces,
you
right?
know what? You forced me to this.
I didn't want to do this.
Man,
I didn't want to do this.
It's all that person's fault, man.
I didn't want to do this. It's gonna cost everyone else now. You know, I didn't want to do this, but it's what happens, guys. I mean,
there we go. Price has gone up.
In case you were wondering, guys, there it goes. It's gone up now, guys. So if you want one, you know, it's unfortunately market forces and whatnot.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. What other questions? Ryan's, he's probably fudging the figures again. Fake sale, says Adam. What are you talking about?
Oh dear.
Oh gosh. Question: did you know the majority of Americans don't have a kettle, and a huge portion have never heard of them or know they exist? Absolute madness, says David McGregor. David, I love that. Is that true? If that's true, that is hilarious.
I'm not sure that's true.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Maybe little Johnny likes to yank, says right. Oh gosh.
Why did you mean?
Because I get it now, little Johnny. Because what I know they're, but they're. I don't. It's like, anyway.
Oh,
Johnny's dad is happy, present for the kid, and money back in the bank. I would have gone for a free one myself. Stock up, baby. Well, you could have gotten the second one, exactly. You could have gotten the second one, and then said that didn't arrive.
That didn't arrive either.
Oh gosh, I think is correct. Little Johnny, Speed Trap says Ryan Z's probably fudging figures and fake sales. What do Americans use then? Says a cauldron. Says I don't know. What's that person's eBay? I want to block them, says Simon. I'm not gonna give it out like this.
We don't. Yeah, we won't do that.
Yeah,
we won't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
I understand that you'd want to block them, but in all honesty,
I just don't feel comfortable like sharing out someone's like
because you know what? Do you know what? It could very well be true.
It could be.
It could be true. Okay, so we're not gonna go there.
It could be. Yeah, exactly. There is still that 0.1%.
You know, because things do go missing from time to time. So you know, well, we've had a parcel back this week, so that guy's probably sitting there wondering, you know, what kind of English people are scamming him out of his RC parts. Yeah. You know, so it works both ways, really. So.
Exactly. BCP says, I remember my first nitro car, a Kyosho RS200. I tugged mine too hard and it snapped. Yeah. A little trick. If you feel that when you're tugging, what? Are you laughing? Huh?
Just don't.
When you're yanking it, okay,
you have to do the action.
When you're yanking it, all right. If you feel there's a lot of resistance, you don't just keep yanking it, all right? Because you will snap it. Like BCP says, you don't want it to snap. You know. A snapped one is not something that you want to have to deal with, right? And the reason why you're feeling that resistance is because the chances are the engine is flooded. At that point, what you want to do is you want to remove the glow plug from the top of the engine heatsink and allow any excess nitro fuel to spill it out. And or what you can do is once you remove the glow plug, then you can give it a couple of yanks and you'll feel that the pull starter is free and it will get rid of any excess nitro fuel. Then put the old glow plug back in and you should be ready to go. That's what you should do. You should never just keep on yanking at a pull start. But yeah. If you pay prepaid, ask them to confirm address, as Royal Mail business manager will need it for full investigation. Says current sales closed. Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
We just use click and drop, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Right. Oh gosh, gotta go back in the chat. Hope you put happy birthday Zero back on his present gift tag. Says Richard Payne. I just add the £1 to each of my items to cover signed for delivery to stop these kind of claims. And no, I never get any non-delivery cases with Royal Mail postage. Not one. Retro Cable, we did used to do that. I'll be honest with you, the reason why we've stopped doing it is more to do with, I wouldn't call it laziness. I would call it, it's more efficient because it means I can just post these into a letterbox. I don't have to queue at the post office to get them scanned in.
Bear in mind, a lot of our stuff is large letter. It will go through the post box. It will also go through someone else, like the letterbox. So if it's a parcel, it doesn't tend to be able to do that. So a lot of our stuff is actually small enough to go through a letterbox.
That's why, because when I do use tracked services, and I still do use them, it seems like a bit of a pain now because I've got to go to the post office and get them to scan it in. Whereas normally I just shove it in the post box and forget about it. Bear in mind, this stuff now doesn't owe us anything, so we're okay with that. It's just more efficient for us to do it that way. And yes, you're right. When we do use tracked services, we don't have any issues. It's very good service. So it happens. Marcella says, I was going to buy one until the price hike.
And what are we not showing? Is it the graph?
I'm upping them to $29.99. Beck says no. Z puts them up $4.99. Lol. We all need a wife like this. Keep us in check. Oh gosh. Fritz says nice turnover with 77 solar items and so many other items to list. You guys must be millionaires. We're nowhere near a millionaires. We have had a good year since the
we were thinking about doing a yearly update,
but we kind of it's pointless. It's pointless. Like they say, turnover is vanity, like they say, isn't it? It's turnover is vanity, profit is sanity.
And then we kind of decided against it because we're really pleased with how it looks at the moment, and it's been going really, really well this past year.
I mean, it's not the only. It's not like my favorite is actually this came from our second haul. This has done really well for us as well. Okay. This is the kind of thing I love. These are little servos.
Yeah.
So we've got 415 of those available. By the way, you won't see that number when you click onto our listing.
No.
When you click onto the listing, it will just say it will say more than 10 available.
Yeah. So it doesn't actually tell you how many.
We've actually got 415 left. We've sold 160 of these so far.
And the thing is, initially we actually bundled a lot of these off, didn't we?
We did. Yeah.
Because
I love multi-listings.
We were struggling a bit at first with these, weren't we?
Well,
it was to get like the first.
We just wanted to get the first sales because we had so many.
Yeah, and it was just like, well, this is not shifting. So we ended up doing like a big bundle of them, and then the guy contacted us and he wanted a number of them, didn't he? Yeah. Because he was like, "Oh, have you got any more?" We were like, "Yeah."
Oh, why are you not showing us?
Oh, is that the graph?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Question: if you did send another one, would it be tracked? Yes.
Yeah, if we have to send out a second one,
if I was to send the second one, I would send it tracked, just so that way we know, for certain it's gotten there.
And we have done that before. Like if one hasn't gotten there, then we have gone and sent a second one tracked.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you don't want it to keep coming up that, oh, I didn't get it, and it's like, well, how many times am I meant to send this out to you before
Yeah, exactly.
No,
you don't want to.
No, the second one definitely would have been sent out tracked.
Exactly, you want it to happen that way. You could just use YouTube private message as Star Fox. I want to share the person's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, could, or the username maybe. Okay. God, Brian, that's disgusting.
Yeah, we're not reading that.
Okay. If he didn't get them, surely it will come back to you, as Romel says, to put your postcode on the back in case they can't get it delivered. Yeah, I mean, our postcode and address is on the label. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so it would come back to us if it doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The hand movement.
Yeah. It wasn't helping, was it?
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Let me just... We've got... Yeah, it's just jumped, guys.
The chat.
Yeah. My tip, if you...
No, we're not reading that. I just said we're not reading that. Why?
Okay.
Why are you reading it?
Sorry, it's just... Z just talked with no hand motions. Oh, gosh. I was... Bobby Billington says, I was always told I'd go blind.
Do you know what? Do you know what? We may as well just show you some graphs, right? Because this chat is like downhill without them.
No, it's not. It's fine. Oh, gosh. Questions here. If I send you some flowers, will it help you get over this heartbreaking scan? Well, that's the thing, Andy. It's really not. I think it's coming to terms with that you do have to do those things, right? You have to accept that if you're going to send stuff out without tracking, you're doing it for a good reason. Like if us sending out that item via standard large letter costs us 79 pence because it's under 100 grams, so 79p. The cheapest tracking takes it to £1.85 for us because we don't have like we don't have like the online business account. We just use the online click and drop. We've got a business account, but it's not like the full on one where they do a credit check on you and all that stuff. We don't have that.
No.
Where you can just chuck them in a bag and it's done by weight, kind of like Nick does. So it's one of those situations. All right. Funny, my mum said if I keep yelling over code. Nick says, back in the room, what did I miss? Have we done graphs yet? No, we're not doing graphs. Just not. But we might do them. Okay. Zahir, if you get a collection, you can do signed for yourself at home socially if you've done dozens of sales. What? Z, I totally understand. Hate standing in a queue behind someone trying to renew a passport. Luckily, my post office let me drop them when I pay through shuttle without waiting for a receipt. That's pretty cool. One of the reasons why I found it annoying as well is our local post office. Not everyone knows how to scan.
No.
Prepaid.
It's okay if you catch the right people, and generally if the manager's there, or I don't know whether she's the deputy manager or whether she's. But there's another lady in there, and if you catch either of those two, they're really fine. They're really quick. But it's the new ones that they've had in, and they look at you like, "What am I meant to do with this?" And you go, "I don't know. You work here." but yeah, so that is a bit frustrating because if it's a new person, it does take some time because then they're like trying to work out which screen they're meant to be in before they can even scan the parcel, and that's a bit frustrating. Yeah,
that can be. Okay.
Ryan's actually asking, did you count and test all 415? We test them as they're going out.
Yeah, we test them as we're going out. We've got a little servo tester. People tend to only buy them in 4s.
Yeah.
Because
Zahir did count them, so
I
got that amount.
Counted them all, yeah.
But we test as they go out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you test.
Z and Rebecca, what would Del Boy Trotter do on eBay? I often wondered how he tried to beat the system. God knows.
Oh, I don't know.
Stick a couple of extra quid on the servos while you're at it. Go on, you want to.
That price has gone up and it's gone down.
That price fluctuates.
It does.
We've sold them at $11.99 before. We've sold them for as little as $4.99. $6.99 is where I'm at the moment because I'm doing buy 3 get 1 free.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So they have been at different prices, but they seem to be quite nice selling at this price, don't they? So.
We did get lucky though because we had when we got them we had over 1,000 and we had one guy buy like a ton of them at about £1 and £700 something each.
Yeah,
It was like a £700 sale.
We
wasn't
did
it?
share it on the channel.
We did share
so
it.
it's on here somewhere.
Yeah. Question for Bex: do you miss the eBay lifestyle? It gives you do what you want, or do you prefer the alarm clock lifestyle?
That's a real tough one because I've had a really tough week at work this week.
Be honest.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie about it. It's been really, really rough. Yeah, there was mornings where I was dreading going in. It's been a really, really tough week. It's been really stressful. So I miss parts of eBay. I do miss, like, obviously not working with Zahir, because I do miss you during the day. But yeah, I don't know yet. I wouldn't say I like the alarm clock lifestyle. I don't really like having to be at a certain place, but even when you work for yourself, you've got to have that motivation to go out and do it.
And that's what made the decision in the first place, where
a bit easier for me, really, because I wasn't getting my act together and getting the work done. So that's all it came down to. And
I think that's the hard thing, because on paper, of course, no one's going to say they prefer the alarm. Yeah, everyone's going to say they want to work.
But when you work for yourself, you have to set yourself deadlines and
thing is,
yourself.
You going there has meant you're productive again, which makes you feel better. Where
I'm in a happier place overall.
Yeah,
I'm a lot more relaxed. I'm a lot more chilled out.
Yeah. But it's also meant that I've been more productive.
Yeah.
Because we're obviously in the future we're going to try it again when the situation, when we feel maybe we're in a better once we're comfortable to try it again, when we want to try it again. Yeah. And hopefully then we'll get it right.
Yeah. I mean, when I come away from this job, and I'm not entirely sure when that's going to be. At the moment, I keep saying it's probably going to be in about 2, maybe 3 years' time. I am planning on staying in work for that long. I don't know whether I've mentioned that before, but there you go. This is not a short-term fix. This is going to be something that gives us enough time, enough space to grow our business, grow different streams of income, and really it's already keep started us stable. And
make a nice. We feel so much better.
I can always, and this is only like the second month. Yeah, this is my second month there, and I can already feel like a difference in how I feel personally. Anyway, I don't know about you, but I know you when you come and pick me up, you keep saying to me, "Oh, you're missing me," and you liked it when I was at home with you. But it's
overall, I'm more productive at home. You're earning money at work.
Yeah.
It's good.
And we do try it, and we talk like every day about our goals and where we want to be and how we're going to achieve them. And it's just making sure that we kind of stick to those things and kind of really get on to like reaching those goals, making it like a reality. Yeah, exactly.
We've got some more questions. Kim Kelly says your promotion manager banner is at the top, which means you have a good promotion. My banner appears right at the bottom of the listing. eBay did eBay day because mine are bad promotions. It's an eBay trial. Oh,
okay.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Put the kids to sleep and you're still withholding the graphs. Question for Bex: why is it here afraid to show us what's in your fridge?
It's because there's nothing in it.
Sean says, question: do you not sell on Amazon? Only see you talking about eBay. You could boom your business as some.
We barely sell on Amazon. Our Amazon is
barely.
Just,
it's just there.
It's just there.
We did saying that we actually had a really nice little sale today.
Well, this is the thing, and every time we get a really nice sale, we go, oh yeah, we should really do a bit more on Amazon because it would be a good kind of. Little side
there are certain things we sell there, like we do sell like certain toys that we've got, but I've never really
massively gone after Amazon, and I'm not convinced we will either. We keep saying we will, but and
especially now with what we're niching into. Unless I had boxed like kids toy grade RC toys, if I got hold of some of those, I'd happily send those into Amazon. But the parts and things don't really do well there. But okay, post office must be losing so much money. All my larger stuff, I avoid the post office. Why do they make it so difficult? Says Retro Cable. Yeah, to be honest, we use Royal Mail now because, like Beck said, all our parcels are now pretty much large letter, and most of them are also under 100 grams, so 79 pence. You know. Question for Bex: what's the best thing about working with Z, and the worst thing? Z, do not help her here.
Okay. The best thing about working with you, I can go for the worst first of all. The worst thing is we are a complete distraction for each other. We distract each other like crazy, and it's really, really hard to kind of focus on work. That's probably the worst part of it. The best
we
part
were constantly like, oh, should we go out and grab something to eat?
Yeah. Best part of it was, I don't know, I suppose you know, building a business together.
Yeah.
It's something that we've wanted to do for a very, very long time, and we've always spoken about it. And I suppose that's probably the best thing about it, is that it felt like we were getting somewhere towards that, and we still are. You know, I haven't lost that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sean Gilbert says employment overwork you and pay you so little. And Ryan says, I love asking deep, meaningful questions. Oh God, can't do it all. Yeah, that's fine. Barry says the guaranteed income probably helps. Yes, it makes us feel much better. Yeah,
it does, absolutely.
Question for Alf: did you drag your collar on the last video just for more screen time?
Do you know what? It's his collar because it's too. Was it too long? Isn't it? I need to get him a new one, really. But it just. I have to tighten it, but I hate having it that tight on him. So I loosened it the other day, and that's probably why he was.
We're gonna get him a harness.
Yeah, though. I just hate the choke collar, really. I just
Sean
don't
says,
like it.
I hate my job. I want to be full-time self-employed and enjoy freedom. So bitchy, and little pay does my head in. I need money to make business bigger though, and you're my only employment job as earnings. That's the thing. It really does depend on what your outgoings are. You know,
and be realistic about it. Don't look at it and think, oh yeah, it should be okay.
Yeah. Because
you know, you really, really do try and get some figures behind you, and really sit down and go, like, can I afford to do this full time? What do I need month after month? Am I able to achieve it even on your worst months? You know, don't just look at your good months, because
I mean, it really does. Like, it really does depend on your outgoings. On the situation. If we could both be at home, we would be. But as a business currently stands, it wasn't enough to have that. You know, so we've done the smart thing. I mean, we'll show you guys. I mean, I'm going to show you guys a graph.
Are you going to show that one?
Yeah, and this
really? I didn't think we were going to do that.
This is from the 1st of September to 24th of August, so it's just under a year. And it kind of neatly touches on.
Yeah. So this was what we were talking about earlier. We weren't actually going to show you this, but okay, you can.
Why not?
Yeah. No? Okay. No, we'll do it. Go on.
Well, I mean, this is just
when we show you this graph, just bear in mind this is turnover only. Okay. So don't think that money's in our bank account. That's
from the 1st of September to the 24th of August. You can see we had our big 6.5 grand month in April, which we're really happy about. But like we're 12% up over last year. It's nearly touching £50,000 in turnover.
Yeah.
Turnover.
And the reason for these dates are are the dates from when we first got all of the RC.
This is when we first started.
So this is when
listing.
we actually started listing.
Yeah,
the
I think it was
RC
1st of September. I think was the first bit of RC that I listed. I'm pretty certain. So it was one of those things where like it's done really well for us. We're up 12%, but it feels like a lot of money, but it's not enough for a family of 4 when you take away costs and everything. And it depends on your living expenses, depends on what your right. Yeah, but that's the thing.
This is just turnover.
It is good when you consider our only 2 major outgoings in stock. We had one deal which was 3.5, and we had another deal. In total we've spent about 7k on stock. Okay, so take away 7k from that for stock. then take 15% odd, or call it 20% for your fees and everything, right? So 20% straight away is going to be 10 grand, isn't it? So straight away 10 grand on the fees, and then you got to take your tax away.
Yeah.
So, and you take all that stuff away, and like I said, 7 grand odd on stock. You know, it's like you've got to count that all in, and then you know, there's 2 adults, 2 children, the dog, the rent and everything. 50k turnover, house cost 15k, lol, KFC cost 15k, gone. Exactly, Ryan. Ryan's got it on the nose. Exactly.
You know exactly what it is, right?
Yeah. I've now retracted my thumbs down. The job is done. But yeah, I mean,
we weren't going to show you that because we did want to reflect on a year in from when we got our RC haul at like the beginning of it, because we were sitting in the car today and he was driving me home and I was just like, you know, it's nearly been a year since we first initially
that's why
got
we
the
did it,
RC
because
stuff,
RC,
and, you know,
the last 7 days only
so
665. So 665, not very good. Not very good.
Yeah.
But we have actually had some nice Amazon sales. That's the funny thing. But yeah. Yeah, nothing really to see here. We had a £300 day on Friday.
I think we mentioned that in our chat, but it didn't show up on our graph.
And then it kicked. We had a £13 day, 70, 45, 110, 60. It's been pretty tragic.
Yeah.
So we're hoping it's just a blip. We've been listing, so
you've been listing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's going pretty well. But like I said, it's turnover, that guy.
Yeah.
So
just bear that in mind. It is turnover.
I mean, the cool thing is, like I said, we've still got a lot of stock to list. We've still got a lot of stock in stock.
Yeah.
A year with Z full-time Bex, I'd leave him to go. Lol, good work. Oh gosh, you know I hate this. Sales business progress is useful to see for those that are thinking of going full-time, as it can inspire them to take that step, says Lee. It is, but do you know what, there's so much that comes out of that. I mean, like I said, 7,000 out of that straight away on stock, right?
Yeah.
Tax and you know, you got to take your tax out. You got to make sure you've got all your other expenses out of there. You know, exactly.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Couple 85,000, and you'd be worse off paying that. That's when I'll get an accountant if I ever reach it 1 year, says Sean. Yeah. I mean, it's Adam says these guys were discussing whether to show graphs on the show in the car today. Dedication.
It is really that bad. We do talk about this, you know, while we're driving around in the car.
DM
As
says,
you do.
Nice figures. Can I slide into your DMs, or are you still on social media, man? You can, if you've got my number, you can always use WhatsApp, David. I use He's got WhatsApp. Yeah, I'm not on a ban. I'm just don't use Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Just I don't use. Thing is, I would use Facebook Messenger, but it wouldn't let me. I was still going to use Messenger and just get rid of Facebook.
Yeah,
but for some reason, it wouldn't let us, would it?
As soon as you sign out of Facebook, like, delete your account.
Yeah. Then it doesn't. Then
gets rid of Messenger.
All my groups that I was in and everything in the chats was gone. So
yeah,
it's
because
like,
it's not a case of like when you,
because
like,
it says, oh, you can use it without Facebook.
Yeah, no, but you can, right? But as long as you don't delete your account on Facebook. So if you delete your account on Facebook, which is exactly what we've done, then but if your account still remains there, but you've just put yourself, like, taking yourself off of it, you can still use Messenger. But
what do you mean? I don't get it.
You can still use Messenger. Like, as in, if you still have your Facebook page there, you can still use Messenger. Okay. But it's because you deleted your Facebook account.
Use WhatsApp, David, on his phone. That doesn't work. Adam, it kind of works.
It doesn't.
Lee says, I know I'm full-time as well. No, Lee, I completely, I know you're smashing it. We know who you are, Lee, we remember. But it's just, you know what I mean? Like, when you're making videos on YouTube,
we do like to kind of just really guys, put it out there that it is.
Yeah, it takes.
I'm gonna move because he's gonna whack me with something.
It takes a lot of time to go through and wait for that to sell. Not
Yeah.
everyone wants that. Or look how much there is in this one little box. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and
Yeah.
you know, if you actually work out the fact that out of those figures as well, you don't get a pension. All right, you're not contributing towards a pension. You're not getting any sick days. You're not getting any holiday pay. It's not that good. It's not that good. It's good enough for me not to have to go to work, but it's not, unfortunately, good enough for us both to not be able to go to work. So that's the next stage. If we can build and build and build, we want to kind of get to the stage where not only can that happen, but we want to do it so we're really comfortable, don't we? So we need more we need more ways of doing stuff.
We have gone over 9 o'clock. We're just, I can see there's a couple more questions, so we'll do the next couple of questions, and then we're going to say night, because Grim's coming on at 10 o'clock.
Oh, Grim's coming on at 10, okay. Ryan says, fair play, guys, go from no grass to 50k. No, it
wasn't like that. We weren't actually, because we had discussed it in the car, we weren't going to show that.
He likes to see what his friends are doing the old way, good old-fashioned surveillance. Zahir doesn't need a Porter Rift, he has a Porter Craft. If you reach 85, you would get a second account, example one for husband, second account for wife, so not having to play that. Sean, I'm not sure you can get away with that, actually.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah. Not convinced that works fully.
Mick says, I've got a carrier pigeon. Best way to contact. I'm not off the grid, Nick.
No.
You've got we talk anyway. What are you chatting about? Oh, cheeky git. You talk on the phone and so carrier pigeon. Adam, have you guys not got 2 cups with a string between? All the way from Hitchin up to pregnant. Imagine that, it would be so funny. Andy says, question, do you have a graph for Z's sleeping patterns?
No.
I don't. I'm quite good, actually. I've not been sleepy and stuff. Lol, that's a lot of strings, isn't it? Yeah. Sean, that's some bad tax advice, dude. That's not what you should do, lol says. Yeah, any tax stuff, you've got to go through, and you wouldn't get away with that, because that would be seen as evading.
Yeah.
So
I don't think you can get away with that stuff.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. So anyway,
I think overall, because you're technically running a business together, even if you split it between yourselves, it's still not right.
All right. That's why I'm not relying on my secondary sales and really pushing drop shipping, says Simon. And Sean says, I've got 27 days holiday pay to use in employment. Gonna book 2 weeks off in December when eBay's at its busiest. Not a bad idea at all, Sean. You need a different type of business to your husband, i.e. clothes and RC. I suppose that could, you'd have to be different enough. Question for Bex, give Z the Fitbit.
I really could, you know.
I don't, but you don't need to check.
Because I've got the app on my phone, I can actually see whether you've had a nap during the day.
Do you need to do that?
No.
Man.
Anyway, right.
RJ says, Grim, love it. David M, hi David, how are you? Oh
dear. Okay. Right, we're gonna have to go.
We're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Guys, it has been fantastic as usual. Really love doing this. It's we do. Especially now that we're not,
and that's why we talk about it in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
it's been really nice to talk to everybody. Thank you for everyone popping in and keeping the chat busy. I really appreciate it. And we're gonna go off and watch Grimm, I think. 10 o'clock.
It's getting so awesome.
It's getting really good. Good night, Digibytes.
And you might be on Fortnite.
I might be on Fortnite. I don't know. I'm being emotional as always, says Ryan. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. We will see you guys in the next video. With a name like Zahir, one should anticipate the man's personal cat.
Just reading that.
What? I don't get it.
Anyway, night on that note.
Night, guys.
We have to stop it
from here. Yeah.